Welcome to Sparta. Hello, Nick. How are you going? I'm pretty sure I've seen, Grandma Fluffy there too. Of course, Fluffy's angels. We have a list of Fluffy's angels over here. But what we have here is my old man's totem, his favorite creature in the whole world. Hello, Piggy Eyes. That's the blue-tongued lizard with the bobtail. Now, I've seen many Australian go out of their way and run these poor guys over. They're totally harmless. That mate for life. So this one could be laying there dead for many weeks, and his partner will keep nudging it, trying to wake it up. Very sad. And of course they've got the blue tongue. The blue tongue. Now that being my father's favorite creature and his totem. Well, I've seen one guy run one over and my old man turn around. We chased that man for 140 kilometers back the other way. And how are you going, Captain Cage? We followed him the other way, and he caught up with him at the service station, and the old man put a bit of a squish on him to say, so why did you do that? Why did you go out that way? That creature was not even in your path. You went off your path to kill it for no reason. That is how we treat nature all around the world. It's like stepping on ants. Strange enough, it's the ants that are fighting the cane toad in Australia, and they now are using the ants as a defense. But it's also on the biological scale, because the cane toad is a biological creature. Goes into an environment, nothing's used to eating it, it's poison. And if they counteract that, usually humans use poisons. But it's the ants now that are doing more effectiveness. 90% of the babies are killed by the ants because they can't get away. Now, humans will go out there and pesticide that, spray all the pesticide, ruin the environment, and then that animal will adapt to that pesticide and it will no longer be effective. So they have to get a stronger one. Happens in our fly sprays. They have to keep upgrading it. It's like your immune system, as they tell us. You have to upgrade the anti-vaccines because it's changing all the time, mutating, fighting back to live. It's the whole reason a cold gives you a cough because it wants to infect someone else. So it makes you cough. It wants to live, even though it doesn't have a mind. It's got a purpose. And once things have got a purpose, well, with no mind, and they're all set to do the same thing, they'll fight anyway. Hello, Mickey. I'm Fluffy, nothing. Yes, I can see you all there. Well, we'll do a few things before we get into the juicy stuff, because I know you're waiting for the Pandora's box to open. I know you are, but so is everyone else. And this is the bullshit game. So nice and velvet and too. Oh yes. Very special box. Very special receipts in here. Destroy a lot of people. But we'll save that for later. I'm not like the rest. That they'll say, I've known them for this long and that. Come to think of it. Being a moderator for 16 months, longer than Dee and Maggie put together, and yet they seem to have all the fucking hype. Let's get back to reality, shall we? Instead of dick picking and side picking, and choosing which way to go and which way not, and who to follow and what bullshit to believe, how about we just talk about the good and the bad, and the fact that you've got a lot of bad people online, but you've also got a lot of good people that don't like each other. Fuck all I can do about that. Sorry, why you ask me to make sides? I'm the Archangel Michael. I only have one side, God. And whether people like to think I was betraying them or not, I was on a mission for God, doing something else. And it just happened to be the same thing that happened to them. Same trolls, same enemy, common enemy. Wouldn't find anything out. I sat there on their chats. I had to go elsewhere to research one's enemy. Because, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Hello from Australia. Hello, Patrick. How are you going? You might see me not notice the chat sometimes. I often do ramble on. But what else have I got to do? Well, we got the Lord's Prayer. That's one thing I know I do. No one else really does. No, you can all do the Lord's Prayer. God put so much energy and time into doing what he has done. So we've been told. So I know. But the fact of the matter is we can put 30 seconds or a minute every day to pray to God. And if you don't know how to pray to God, this way is the Lord's Prayer. Because that's what they are asking Jesus. They said, Jesus, you don't know how to pray. And he says, well, you've been asking him to come down and fix his problems. But you need to ask him for the strength because you've got to fix your own problems. Okay? That's how it works. He gives you the light and then enriches you to see your way through. And that's also a metaphor. To guide you through the storm with the light that you might ask from God might not mean you're actually going to be successful in life. Might mean you might get unalived, and that light will guide you to heaven. It's a metaphor. Everything is a doubled helix, like the human DNA is like the Bible. That's why there's 2 books in it. Did you ever understand that one? There's a double helix. The Jewish deal with God, and they believe that's all and be all. And Jesus' sacrifice with God for the rest of us. It's a double helix. Pattern of life. All revolves around the 4. The 4 winds, the 4 circles of life, the 4 elements. Without them, there will be nothing at all, in a sense. Now, people might, lose faith in this guy. I can't see why after such a long time they would do such a thing, but, maybe they thought I was one of these guys. I turned troll. Tarot card reading. Jag did a tarot card reading once, saying how flipping it over, who was going to betray her, what was going to happen. And on that little flip with her and Grace, well, what can I say? Both me and Odell both come up was going to betray her somewhere along the line. Maybe that had to be done to make the predictions correct, even though I did nothing at all. So maybe that was essential for the process. Who's to know? I don't know anyone's thinking. All I know is I supported out of kindness, out of goodness, and never once did I ask for a cent. For free. I gave. I did not have my hand out. And yes, I could have used her content to make my channel very, very fucking rich. Used her word to let me use her content as freely as I wanted. But I never truly did. Like I said to Nick, everyone else is monetized. Look how long I've been with her. Why am I not? Because it's not part of my essential process. Be fucking nice. Truly would. Everyone likes money. I'm not going to deny that. As a man, you find that out very quickly. You find that out very quickly as a boy. But back when I was a boy, we used to find money blowing around in the breeze. Now, everything's done online. We have no money at all. Just a semblance that you have something. Well, the Lord's Prayer. Let's get into the main content of the whole game. Here we go, right down there next to the chord. You watch it all go haywire now. Because we haven't got God in the chat yet. But here it is. The YouTube game. Where it's all about who gets the clicks and who gets the leaks. And one way or another, that generates money. People like money. So they'll do anything to generate those clicks and leaks on anyone's back. Really. Nothing in this life can I trust. Not man, not woman, not beast. Only these two things I have learned to trust. When they fail me, well, I'm screwed. But that's the game. Okay, the Lord's Prayer, the best content that I know. Here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into the temptation, but to deliver us from the evil. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. And now you have God in your day, in your night, in the chat, or wherever you may be on this glorious earth. Well, so let's get into it, eh? The blue tongue visit. Strange that creature's tongue there, blue tongue, is the same color as the tongue of Nunjun, the dragon that's out there. Whereas a normal megalodania of such a thing, or a big giant goanna, or even a Komodo dragon, has a forked tongue and is rather long. But he's a special one. He's got one of these ones. He got a different type of tongue, that guy. He's a total different kettle of fish. If you really want to know, in the scientific terms, why they have never found the so-called link species from one net to the next, is because they're so secret, and only one of them gets born, like that one. A dual sex being, able to push a new species into the world. That is a link species. There's only a certain amount of them around. They sleep for often, anywhere from 7,000 to 35,000 years before they have to wake up, eradicate the pest, insert something, or just insert something for a little while that will die off, just to get rid of the pest. But that's another story. Nature has a great way of healing herself. It's like us. We think we're so great and grandiose on this planet. We're just nothing more than the flea to Mother Nature. You just shake us off like that, and away humanity goes, never to be seen of again. That's how quick and easy it can happen. Meteorite can come from outer space, hit the earth, and then we've got a donut. Might be that flat earth you're looking for then. You know, a lot of things could happen other than this daily fucking clicks and leaks and side picking and hen picking and just outright evil. For what? Hype? To feel wanted? That's what this has made you do. It's the technology itself. Because we rely so much on it. We rely on it. It's plain and simple. Without it, not a lot of us can survive in the world. Go and look online, look at the content that's made on TikTok and all that. A lot of people in third world nations. Basically, the ass hanging out their strides. Not much food, everyone's skinny. But yet they got a $2,000 iPhone where they can run money from their TikTok account. Such is technology. Ah, well, let's get this Pandora's box I know you're waiting about. It's got some of the best juicy receipts, but they're all coded, and you're going to have to work it out but they're the best ones nonetheless. I'm going to break the bag and the dice. You understand that one. But whether you will or not, it's another story. See? Magi, the black owl, dead bird, once a friend. Now, almost seems a mortal enemy who won't even recognize me because she knows she cannot get away with the bullshit with me. This is a fact. And then you got Dee. Almost Dee carries on like she had a lesbian relationship with Jag or something. You know what I'm saying? The way she carries on about how much knowledge she knew about how sisterly Love Day was. I was with a mod 16 months, more than both of them put together. I never went into that so-called inner circle. I never even got invited there. No, I asked not to be. To tell you the truth, at the beginning, I just sent the audio message. Let me be a rogue. If I'm going too far, just let me know, and I'll ease off. But to confuse the situation, people won't know what's going on. They'll think I'm some sort of plant, under fucking rules, under jurisdiction, under a cult. No, I was under guard, allowed to roam free. Obviously, I roam too free, and being watched like a hawk, no matter who you are, no matter who you are, and no matter who you are, they watch you. And those that you think are the most best supporters usually are your most mortal enemies. Those that you think that would love you the best are the ones spying on you. I never found out whether Jag likes Scooby-Doo. So how the fuck could those two know so much about Jag? If after 16 months I never know if she even knew that she likes Scooby-Doo. You know? So that just shows you the bullshit type running that one. See, I'm not running Jag down. I've got no reason to. I just spent 16 months supporting her. Why the fuck would I have a reason to run her down? Because she demodded me. Is that what you expect? Well, you expect wrong. That's the hype. That's the fanfare. That's all about the show with the clicks and the licks. Maybe they needed to create an enemy that was far stronger than these piss ants that they deal with. Someone that actually knows what's going on. Watches and judges all silently without ever letting anyone know what he's doing. See, maybe I've been spoon-feeding you all along. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we've all been getting spoon-fed along. Who knows what comes out of this receipt box, this Pandora's box? You have to work out the riddle for yourself. Have a look at the visualization behind me. Hard-working men. This is Sparta. The creatures from my country. Of course, the glowing thing I got to put batteries in because it resembles me act. Men hard at work. Building the Rockefeller Tower, I believe. And that's a symbol. Think about it now. Who was Rockefeller? He's right up with the rest of those rich that eat children and pizza for breakfast. You understand? That's the only symbolization that you see that references evil. And really, this hard men at work that knew nothing about that, or the man that paid him to build it. Right? Always watching. No matter who you watch, no matter where you are, you're being spoon-fed. It's called advertisement. Even advertisement by bad publicity is good publicity because it's advertisement. Do not be a fanfare, an enigma, a place where people will troll how you're going to get the views for your clicks and leaks. It's all a game. You know, some people are trying to be righteous, sometimes. Sometimes they do it for clicks and leaks. Sometimes they do it because they get out of the bed in the morning and feel like, fuck it, I'm going to stir some shit up. Others do it because they hate, for no reason other than hate itself. Strange thing happened on YouTube, that's for sure, yes. But stranger things also happen in life. And those things on YouTube, as people need to start to understand. No one really can come back truly. And you know yourself when you watch the whole thing with that axe routine with me. Truly, can you come back and say, I actually threatened that I was going to go there? I said it's a possibility. This is what someone could do. This is how you actually use the axe in case you have to use one. It was never actually a direct threat. And what happened a few weeks after that? Several weeks after that? Oh, that YouTuber, the other two YouTubers, pulled out the gun and unalived them. For real. So it's not just YouTube. It carries over into the real world. You know? Work it out. Work it out. It could be very effective. And I can understand Vampy saying, well, you don't like I have said. When you affect someone's money income, you redeem yourself. Wow, well, that's the thing. Done it again and again. I sit there and find out the Ralph's flapping his lips. If he's so wise, why is he flapping them? Saying how Maggie and Golden were originally trying to get him to fucking come and fucking deal with me. And then when he realized what I was saying in the chat, because I was the first one to start talking in his chat, not alive the other day. No? He realized why. Because he knows. He got no fucking leg to stand on. What's he really going to do? Listen to them. He looked at the footage himself probably and realized, fuck, he didn't do nothing wrong. He explained it. Used this to a woman, took it out of context, like everyone does. But, you know, that was resolved. I can't help it Maggie didn't want to be part of that process. That's her fault. The offer has always been there. I also, if I recollect, I remember apologizing to her, even though she's a cunt. Plain and simple. Because she wants to be. Said it that many times, there's no point we can't save that one. So many times she said she likes what she's doing, she don't care. She won't listen to anyone else except her dribble. And that's what everyone seems to be like they're some sort of star. Only Jaguar's the only star in this little circle I fucking travel in. We're all stars in our own right. We're all high and great. We're all no different than anyone else. It's not the privilege to meet someone that's a celebrity or rich. It's just as much a privilege them meeting you. Remember that. It's not a privilege to be Elon Musk and say it's a privilege for you to meet me. No, it's not. It's actually the same for you to even say anything to me at all. It's a privilege for both of us. When people start to understand that, might get to the same level. But, you know, that's the way it is. People want that. People want the fights, they want the arguments, they want the fanfare, they want to spoon feed you. So they can say, make it wane, make it wane, make it wane. 3 times, like you do, for any incantation. 3 times. 3 witches to a broth. Well, someone's gone. I wonder what they say. Something interesting. Why did you grape my little brother? You're really a coward. Oh, here we go. Show us your guns and your drugs. Oh, guns and drugs. That's very nice. That's very nice. I've never shown any guns and drugs. You want me to get the Panadol? Only really drugs in this house. Or the dog medicine. Really. Far out. Oh, that's a different one. But you get that. See, trolls will troll you no matter what. And I recognize that avatar. I know exactly where that avatar's from. I know. See? I might play dumb. I ignore because what the fuck am I going to go and chase every single troll and waste every single second of my life for people that don't have any lives? I got better fucking things to do than that. Well, I really do. I really do. Well, the main receipt, the big hooly-dooly, as I've always, 16 months ago when I started these lives, always say, the biggest receipt is this little riddle of just the dice in the bag, right? And that's the biggest receipt. Jag, I got on Jag. And people can't work that out. Well, you want me to explain it to you? In this game, there can only be so many dice on the board. And the Archangel Michael is a dice. You get the chance to roll me if I decide to jump in your bag. But the moment you decide to do this, there's nothing I can do about it, even though I've given so many promises. They will still stand. But your journey will no longer have my hand. When you go like this, oh, what's the roll? What's the roll? Oh, going on the table. You got to go and check the number out on this roll. What's the roll there? Where did you go? Mr. Dice. Oh, a 3. I can see it's a 3, but it's right around the other side there. And that's too much messing around to grab that. So, a 3. So, the dice is out of the bag, so it can stay over there. A 3. Well, there you go. 3 witches to a brew. That explains that situation. And, well, this being Jag, what can I say about that? But I can show you. I can show you, and it's unfortunate that it has to be this way. It truly is. But when you chuck the dice out of your bag, when the dice on the board, there's only so many of them, they jump into your fucking bag, they're going to help you, and they let you roll them around, whichever direction they need to go and help them. Well, you chuck him out without really a reason. I don't know, he might have been doing a bit of research. It's what you do to yourself. And that's that. You pop yourself. And that's the end of that. I can't help that. That's what they want to fucking do. Can't force any cunt to like me. No matter how you try. But that's the world, see? You can fight war of empire for many years. And win the war for the king. Only to have him hang you at the end. Just because you do a great deed never means you're going to get a great reward. It's about sacrifice. And that's what it's about. Why this bloody shit's up on my thing here? I don't want this up. Off. Pain in the ass. Oh, YouTube, messing around. Phone, memory, jumping in and out. Who am I supposed to be? Well, who are you supposed to be? You won't even show who you are. Best A? Well, that means anarchy. If you're going to really get into symbolization. So who are you here to troll is a question. Who am I supposed to be? I am Michael the Archangel. Archangel Michael is who I am. And there will be no others coming after me. I'm the only one God is sending. And you're going to have to get used to that. And I ain't spoon feeding you nothing. I haven't had my hand out to make it rain for fucking nothing. What have I done? Tried to make people happy. Fought for people for free. Fucking hours after hours. At the wrong time of night when I got kids myself to get to school. So, because they're on the other side of the world, I gotta be up fucking midnight in the morning and shit to do it. Out of my way, out of my time. And I don't get paid for my time. Out of kindness, love, and for the sake because, well, it was right. Whether you look at it one way or another, it was the right thing to do. But, there's no room in this world for the perfect knight. So, maybe I have to become a bad one. If that's what they like. But I don't think you want that. Oh, no. You don't want that to happen. You want the Archangel Michael to be good. So be thankful that Nick Mountain Goat has already secured that. She made me promise, instead of fighting against us, why don't you fight for us? And when Archangel Michael gives his promise, he keeps them. Same with Jag. Whatever contract she may have written, and there was one, it's null and void. That promise is still true. But there's nothing says that she cannot write herself another one. That's her decision to find. I would walk with them right to the end. Okay? There's lots more I know I cannot tell you, because I've given promise. You should be able to work shit out for yourself. Everyone says when you're in that industry, you're part of the industry, you see exactly what happens in that industry. Well, work it out. I can't tell you. It's playing in front of you. You've got to work it out for yourself. I'm not ousting anyone. I just spent 16 months caring about someone. What the fuck do I gain out of just turning straight to an evil bastard? Archangel Michael doesn't operate that way. He may vent. He may get a bit angry. He's allowed, just like every other person on this planet. Allowed to have an opinion, but I am not. Very strange, that one. I find that very peculiar. Why can't I have an opinion? Everyone has an identity. Oh, I am Michael the Archangel. We live in a life where we pride ourselves by identity. How stupid it's come, let me explain to you. If I walked out there and said, oh, where's my son now? If I called him a cow, it probably could get me charged in the court of law for wrong genderizing him. Because he's not just a cow, he's a Jersey cow. Right? Because I didn't call him a Jersey cow. I can get done, I'm just got called a cow. That's not what I am. I only signify as a Jersey one, maybe a Brahma, but that's about it. You know what I mean? You know how fucking stupid we become? Sticks and stones may break your bones. This name's bullshit should never hurt you. But it seems like that's the thing. Name pick, nick pick, click click, lick lick. All about the hype and the cash. And because this is made, so we can be evil and nasty towards each other and can have this happen. Turn social media into a fucking WWE fest. You know? And people like how I fight. They want to be God and all that there, but then I see him in another chat arguing like they're just no different. They like the bullshit. Some people are allowed to vent. Jag was one of them. She's had some shit happen to her. A fair bit of shit. I will still say, none of us pay $1,000 a week for their security. She still does. You know? So work that one out. Why would I want to make her life any harder when I just spent 16 months trying to make it a little bit fucking better? Seems kind of fucking backwards, wasn't it? It's like me building a house and said, nah, fuck it, I'm going to smash it down. I don't like the way the shelf sat. It was a bit crooked, so I'll smash the fucking whole house down. That's ridiculous. That's just hate for hate for hate for hate. Hate breeds hate that breeds hate. Well, Archangel Michael's not like that because he's a bit smarter than the fucking average bear. Something that women seem to choose rather than a man, which is bestiality. A lot of shit going on that's all fucking evil and you don't know it's right in front of your face. You know? How can I explain it? Yes, Vampire was born a man, but it clearly wants to be a girl. She wants to be a girl. I treat her like she's a she. Going through a process, going through a chemical process where she has to take medication to achieve what she really is. She actually looks better than a lot of these so-called real women on fucking line. Acts more feminine. Anyway, and it's quite fucking funny. You know? That's what I find about her. And as for the shit I put up, well, I know a lot of people don't like that, so how about this? I like to be a bit of a stirrer myself, because I know people don't like it, so fuck them. They don't have to watch. You see how simple it is? But they want to watch. I tried to create something good. No one out there. I try to do good things. The bad guys, they want to enter into this fucking YouTube life, this YouTube thing that I'm doing, how I've structured my channel. Because it's got all us involved in it. It's got every just about day-to-day event, and I can make my own little version up in a fucking short. Might not be agreeable to what everyone else is thinking, but it's the truth nonetheless. You know? A place where it's never been done before. Never been done what I do. It's never been tried. So first off, where your real life can become on YouTube life, we can all enter that digital world, all get a look at how good we might be doing flips and shit, when none of us can really jump a skateboard, if it's in our way, or even get on one nowadays. Too old, probably go cunt up. I agree with the way apart Nick and I say, the way some folks act, I will. There's a lot of flipping switches. This is one thing that people need to understand about poor vamping, right? Those chemicals and those medications you take, there's gonna flip some fucking switches. Now, I'm not saying who, I'm not saying it's a regular thing. Just saying what I observe. When you've got someone that's like that there, you don't really need people around you that's gonna flip those fucking switches. You might be venting about someone, but you don't need someone there continuously poke, making you go on about it. Because it's not fucking good for her. Right? Because it has a play on that anxiety factor and the mood swing factor, and that has to come with the side effect with that medication she's taking. And if you really cared about someone, you'd fucking actually understand that. You'd work that one out. Instead of sitting there thinking it's fun, talking about, oh, this one did this, and this one did this, and making it fucking fun for you while this cunt's going crazy on the fucking TV. That's pretty cruel, you know, when they're supposed to be friends. I don't know, see? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old. Like this lizard, I guess. Too old. You know. Let's have a look now. I haven't seen them. Haven't heard any learning. They can email me just as much as I can email them. But look, no. I'm looking all around the horizon. Oh, the Jaguar fleet has left me in the middle of the ocean, alone. How about that? Lucky I can swim. Hey, I got fucking wings. What am I worried about? I just fly home. You see how easy it was to brush off that? You see how stupid Maggie and Dave carry on when that happened to them. Oh, they were the biggest cunts in the world. They were called fucking this. They tried to recruit me this. Come on, guys. Spread your wings and fly on to the next mission. They obviously don't want you on that boat no more, for whatever reason they decide. You've had 16 months of fucking digging coal in the engine room, pulling up the fucking grease chain, you know, doing all the hard fucking work, beating off all the pirates, trying to invade the ship, and what happens? Fucking wake up one morning, and I'm already adrift, without the life fucking vessel. I'm not even a fucking lifesaver. Just woke up and I'm floating in the sea, in a bag, with weights tied to it. Well, you're lucky I can eat anything except sand. Sand's too gritty, so I ate my way out of that fucking bag. 8 to 7 sharks I had to kill on the way up before I even took a breath. I come up to the surface, flapped around, got the water off my wings, otherwise I'm not going to fly too high. And away I went. Yeah, or what do you want me to be? You know, fucking Jack Sparrow. I waited in the ocean until all mannerism of life come around me. And then using the hairs from my butthole, I manufactured myself a sea turtle raft. You know? Come on, guys. Really? Really? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? It is bad. Breaks one's heart to do something right. And not really, truly understand why that happened. And you know you haven't really done nothing wrong. And you can explain yourself, but haven't been given a chance. You know, it's upsetting. But at the end of the day, it's not going to cause me to go bouncing on my dildo ball, which he says is some sort of aerobics ball. But I bet you go to the sex shop and you'll see the ball I'm talking about that she's sitting on. I've got to adjust myself. Oh, go this way, go that way. Oh yeah, you dirty cunt. After I sat there and told about how it doesn't care what it roots and how it goes, it's going to be very damaging with a lot of ropes. And that's supposed to be your high priestess Christian? Doesn't sound Christian-like to me. And you got Maggie. Oh, how do we see her? Nice little flower in the hair. You know, all that stuff. Nice dress. Hello, hello. Very fucking shy. Fucking butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. And now there's nothing but fucking fire and brimstone coming out of the cunt. You know? So, what am I supposed to do there? Go on my knees, hands and knees, Archangel Michael, I'd like that, you know. So that's why I'm not going to do it. They would like, with Archangel Michael to come on his hands and knees, begging, to be let back into something, whatever that something is. But it ain't going to happen. Not this time. That's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be. I'm not going to be an enemy or be a threat. But I will post receipts. And whatever those receipts have in them, they have to take that as true. Because that's what they will be. And I won't be imitating her or anything. Like I said, I just spent 16 months backing her up. What the fuck do I gain out of it? Do I go evil like them and think I can make a few bucks? Or make it easier to make money off a bagging jag than actually helping her? Because it's true, you can make more money bagging her than you can helping her. That's a fact. So many people do it. They expect me to? Nah. Ain't happening. I'll just continue on my mission like I've done with everyone. Try to make them beautiful. They support me. Support their channel. Try to elevate them. Some have been elevated long before me. And they started with fucking nothing. Some never had a voice. Was worried about why am I always getting banned. Give them a voice. Give them encouragement. Give them a wrench. And now they haven't stopped. And that's good. Found the voice. You know what I'm saying? Whether people like to think so or not, I have helped. Always helped. Always have an effect where I go, whether everyone wants me there or not. I find people don't want me there because they don't want the truth. They don't understand what I'm saying because they don't want to believe it's actually the reality that we live in. But we live like this. That's what that one eye is about, guys. That means you're all fucking blind. And they've been lucky that they got an eye in. You know anything about that? You know? That one's supposed to be for, okay, well, that's the eye. Well, like I said, you know what that one is? That's when you say you got your ass and it's hanging open. But when you get frightened, you go like this here. You know, you got nothing. You got your hole, it's empty. Look, see, empty hole. Means you got no money. You're broke. And when it's going like that there, you know you're seeing something scary. Because that's your sphincter going tightening in and out. You know, that sounds a bit rude. Sounds a bit fucking queer. But I can tell you now, that's a better and more funnier message than that fucking one eye, eat the baby pizza shit. Oh well. I thought people were smart enough to work it out for themselves. If anyone was a part of anything, they'd be part of something. And haven't we been just getting through that if you're part of the industry, you're part of the industry. Can't fix the industry with you're part of the industry. Even if you've been in this industry and you're not in the industry no more, you're still a part of the industry. And if people go back and check how Jag was cutting on, what she was screaming about, who owned her, long before I became a moderator. Whip that one out. All the receipts are there. You just need to fucking have a look. But just don't. You just make fake ones. Come up with false allegations. for bigger clicks and licks because you're not smart enough. You don't have the brain or the capacity to look beyond your dollar sign. To look beyond your own hate and your own greed. But I see everything. That's why when the first time I actually went in the Ralph's chat and had a look at the shit he was dribbling, what do I see? I see this alien type fucking fat-headed creature in a Nazi pose. So his arms and legs are like the Nazi fucking swastika, and a little swastika on the side. Now, to my understanding, what black man puts that up? Except the Ethiopians in Ethiopia. Work that one out. What's going on there? But yet they come in droves and follow him, monetize him, commercialize him. You know, YouTube should be helping, but it doesn't. Rather makes money off of clicks and licks. And the more you go to that, well, the better your channel will be, see? No? When I first started with my lives, even though I really didn't have many subs like I do now, which is still not many, they used to actually have fucking commercials on them. They don't commercialize any of mine. Why? Because it's actually the truth. When you do the full truth, you get no commercialization. You get no help. And all your watch hours that you knew that you had 300 more, then you go in there the next day and find out you didn't. They just take it away. They keep chopping me down. That's what they do to the truth. The real truth. I can't help that. That's not my issue. What do you want me to be? Pull out the old judgment axe? Because that's the next one I'll be using. See, that's even more. That's the most primitive style axe you've got in the world. And that one's sharp enough it can skin you. And it doesn't have to use much like you're looking for because it's got a part there where it can chop into a tree. But this is a multi-tool axe, this one. And that there seal is harder than any plastic or glue or anything you put hammers or tools together with now. Oh, that can last for fucking centuries. Centuries. Everything that we make lasts for about 20 weeks. And then you got to get a new one. Oh, see that little point there? It's not that far, but it's enough to go through the thin skin of someone's head and penetrate the skull by just doing that. That's how easy it is. I don't have to use no strength. It's even designed with a bend, so it's got that flick to it, like a ninja sword. I just have to top on the head like that. Top. You fill that up with spider venom or something like that, and you just crack them straight like that. That's it. That's the end of that person. Or you end up pretty penetrating the skull, and that's the end of that. That's designed to really kill. That little point there, see? Doesn't look like much, but it's sharp enough you can skin that you can use it as a knife. And it's even designed like that there, so if anyone comes up, you just give them a little tap. You don't have to really whack them. Like people do with whack and using it, that really doesn't have any effect. You just go tap. That's enough. No. Oldest culture in the world. We learned ways of doing things. I don't know, it seems cruel and that, but I'm not going to use it on anyone. I'm just going to show you. That's just what it is. It's like with these here, chapsticks. I could tell you the life story about it and that, but I'm not going to. I've done that before. And sometimes it might upset people, and I don't want to upset people. Especially people I care about. And I'm learning that. It takes a bit of time to learn. You can't expect a whole generation where you've had hundreds of years of indoctrination of one certain way to change in 20 minutes. Your certain way. It's going to take probably 100 years or so to bring it right around. And I mean that like that because like when I was going to get my initiation, the only reason why is because they would have took me away for 8 years and would have let me see my mum, see, because my younger brother being 8 and I being 10, those men up there said, we could do away, but because the oldest boy's 8, we're going to take 8 years worth of that city education out of them and re-educate them in the bush. But they can't see their mother. And the old man said, well, you can kiss that fucking marriage goodbye. So we found another way. I found another way. But see, this here, if you know anything about beat and rhythm, you know, these chopsticks. These chopsticks have the power to stop one's heart from a distance, if you know how to use them. Because they've got sound waves on, they synchronize with nature and the sound of nature and the reverberation of life itself. So you find a victim that you really don't like, you work out the beat of his heartbeat, and you tap into it, and then you increase it, and then you go faster, and he dies of a heart attack. Because you know how you get, you tap one glass, and the next glass, and the next glass, and the next glass, and the next glass will resonate the same sound as the first glass, even though you don't touch them. It's no different than the resonating of the sticks to someone's heart. Right? Don't have to touch you to kill you. I can be miles away, but that resonance will resonate into you. If you aim it correctly, it's best to be close, so the beat can be felt by the heart through the sternum. It creates the joint flux, and then you increase it. Because that's a faster beat, the heart will counteract that to stay to that beat, just like the glasses. Just like the pendulums. You get all these pendulums in a room. Even if they're not connected, you start swinging them. Eventually, they all synchronize. That's the rule of nature. No? Our law is so old, it's part of nature itself. And that's just one way of using those chopsticks. These chopsticks, if I approach you, right? Probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to anyways, right? If I approach you and was going to give you the chopsticks like this, expect to get a jolt, like a fucking 440 volt electricity jolt, and put you on your ass if you grab them. Because you don't grab chopsticks from someone like that. Right? There's a negative and positive going on here. She's like battery leads. And how do we stop that happening? You have to complete the circuit. So if you ever have any magic man like that, especially you, Nick, because you live in Australia, to come up to you like this and say, take these from him. You know what you do? You grab both his wrists, Nick, you marry it together, and then you take it like that. And he'll just say, he'll turn to you, who told you that one? You know? Because they're expecting you to jump back. So they can keep that mysterious magic bushman over you. But if you show him a little trick like that, that just takes his little trick away from him, you wonder how I told you that. You're not supposed to know that. That's how you know. When you know that knowledge, you're ready for the next level up, for your initiation. That's the truth. That's breaking the bone. And you learn that like that. You know? Hard to believe. A lot of these ceremonies I'd like to show you, but they won't let you film. It's like it's like the Chinese. They won't let you know the secret bloody scroll fucking fighting technique. Because they want to keep it for themselves, too powerful. And if we find out, well, maybe we can beat them up at their own game. It's all about power. No different in a tribal structure than it is with the fucking our structure that we got now. Same thing. But see, we have this YouTube. This YouTube's actually like pretty much what happens in real life. Just we're not so far away. The fact, the reason why people are like us on YouTube is because of that factor. But here I go and remind you, did not one YouTuber chase down two other YouTubers and unalive them? So, and the billionaires wanted you gone, you should be fucking gone. Unless I'm too fucking good, I'm too this, you fucking will be gone. They want to go on, you'd be gone. Government want to go on, you'd be gone. Simple as that. That's a fact. The fact that they don't want to go on like that there and they're just letting people plague you, they got other fucking deals for you. And all these people online, you're just goddamn not important enough for cunts like Rock Nation or TMZ or these trolls or this fucking this one or that one. They even be worrying about your pathetic ass. Even me. Never really bothered me. What the fuck for? Who am I to them? Except some weirdo and freak, queer in a mask. Work that one out. Well, it's all about working things out yourself. Everyone's smart enough to know right from wrong, to know truth from false. And you know when you see something, well, are you truly seeing that? Or what are you seeing? Are you looking at how they're reacting to your comments? Or are you, looking at them because you fancy them? Because you're clearly not looking at what's going on around them. No, maybe they got wise too. Maybe they got frightened. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm here to judge everyone, regardless who you are. I'm almost getting to the stage of saying, well, I don't give a shit what you all think, because there's a fucking reality. And I might flaunt it like everyone else does with their power and their fucking greed and their hate for their licks and their clicks. For any reason. I personally reckon, if you really got receipts and they're true and just, wouldn't you be able to bring people to court on them? I've often fought a lot of people. Won't mention their names. I'm sure you can guess it out. Right? And said the same thing. If you've got something against this one, well, go to the fucking police, but don't bring your bullshit here. Pretty much. They all stop, look, continue with the bullshit. Because going to the police with actual evidence, you need to actually have fucking evidence. Not just hype and hype for clicks and licks. And who knows? Was that really enemy? Was that a planned thing? I'm not sure anymore. Well, I am, but I'm not opening my mouth. You've got to work that one out for yourself, what's going on. I can't fucking hand feed you this shit. You're waiting for me to come down and wave the magic wand and save you as is ready. And Jesus come around and resurrect you. Boy, have you ever done anything to be resurrected? Other than whinge and whine for what happened? You know? Have you really actually done something? Or you've been part of the fucking process all along? Without even knowing you was. But you get that. All I know is that, no matter how kind and good you are, how caring, how much you support, you decide to put that to someone else and help them get up with their, to at least 1,000 subs, and the people throw you away because you don't support them at over 100,000. Seems kind of cruel. A bit heartless too. Strange. I never thought I'd be treated that way by that person. That's why it's broken my heart. The same as Maggie did. The same as Gordon. It's not so much a way that you love, that break the heart, is that you put all that effort into that someone when you don't have to. But you do anyway because it's the right thing. The right thing to do. And it was. Although I did like tapping those trolls. I really did. Didn't know what the fuck to do in the first place. But at the end, well, it's like, how could I put it? I was going to pull it out, but I better not because it might get done. But, it's like maybe I am too old. I'm not with these times. Not with the fanfare and the hype. Maybe that's why I do get shunned and pushed away, because That's what everyone wants. But I want this fucking true night that's a bit more serious, straight to the point. Instead of fucking talking about that shit for 2 weeks, making it content for clicks and licks, you can deal with it in 5 minutes flat by just telling them straight or apologizing. You know? Oh, they're gonna make that fucking big hypey thing like you're the fucking Satan yourself because you told them then go and get fucked and you're a fat cunt. You know? Ridiculous. You got receipts? Bring them to the table. Let's see some people start getting convicted. Then we might get somewhere. Yep, it's a maturity thing. It's what Vampy said. People might not think much of. She's actually quite smart. Got her head screwed on, but at the moment she's going through a bit of shit. A lot of shit. Right? But that's right. She reckons it's like, that's it, just you go there, Mick. It's like if Nick goes there, they shut up because we come straight to the point. We got that Aussie thing. Hey, look here, mate. Grab by the collar. What the fuck's your issue? What's your problem? You know, the sort of thing. We don't quite do that, but we got that about attitude. We can like, hey, we know right from wrong. And you know, when Aussie gets on their bandwagon from right to wrong, well, we also will be fucking, you know, Jesus ourselves. Fucking, you know how we get. Because we're better than anyone else. But or at least we like to think so. I don't know. It's our Aussie attitude. It's a bit more laid back, even though that's dying in the breeze. Becoming more American-like. Terrible. That's terrible. The way people carry on. You know? For what? Especially online. I hate to see what they're like to everyone around them when the fucking online fucking gets turned off. I hate to see how they're like to everyone. A real cunt, probably. Narcissistic. Fucking chuck the baby to the mother. You can look after it. I'm going down to the club. You know? Other one there is fucking bleeding out all the time. Fuck, that much blood come out of it. It should be dead already. But it still lives. They live, see? And the other one, well, that was a beast that was always waiting to get out. Poor old dead bird. Fuck. Wonder Woman. Fucking turn around to a totally different cunt. Strange, but that's how stupid it is. 1 minute you can be all lovey-dovey. Yep, agreeing. The next minute you can rock up and not be a moderator anymore. And that's what hurts the most. Because it was the same way Magic did me. You know? The same way I got fucking shafted by Deadbird. This is the way I felt like when I went in there. And I know when my name was there, it's come up, thinking, I said something nice. So I know you're here, Jag. I seen that troll. It disappeared. I was wondering why, because I usually see the name of who gets disappeared when you're a mod. Didn't see that. So that message went in, and when I noticed there was not even a description, no blue writing, I never said anything else. Because I knew everyone else in that chat would have had a good giggle. Oh, here's that clown. The clown that moderates for Jag. Now that he's not there, now we can really influence her. Now we can really spin some fucking shit. Well, no love lost there, I guess. There's only those that support. I know who you are. I've always known who you are. But it's like this game. It's whether you're going to maintain that support. I try to maintain support for everyone. See, this is the thing. And I know you can agree to this, Nick, if you're there still. Even though we might not have believed what Maggie did, we still would have moderated for her the way she wanted. We would have still probably been mods for an hour if she never did that. You know that, don't you? But they make their own choice. The Auntie Lee told me, when you're a moderator, even though you might not agree with someone, you might like them, but you might not agree with a lot that they're saying, to be a proper moderator, you just do what they need to do for their channel. No? Don't be a troll. But you always can leave with your own honor and say, well, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And leave with your own honor. When they throw you away, well, should have you really been moderating for them at all? If that's how you're going to be treated. So I guess that wise information that comes from money must work all the way around, because you can't pick and choose such wiseness as a smorgasbord because you like and you dislike somebody. So, like, I don't like Jag. I just upset that that's happened. Moving right along. Off we go, out to the sea. Oh, look, fuck, got a big fish on the way. We're going to have a barbecue when we get to the beach, Nick. Aboriginal style. And it tastes very nice, too. Now, we're going to go up here and get some of these cockles. We'll use the head and we'll cook them up and we'll have some real fucking, sitting there. Just need a couple of bottles of fucking Irish Bailey's cream and then we'll be fucking laughing. Seafood, Irish Bailey's cream. Oh, shit, we got the best coastline in the world. Pick apart. And not even know, just there for friends and having fun and eating and surviving from a ship that we just got fucking chucked over. Well, I got chucked over anyway. Fucking man, that's fucked. And it made the same thing. I said, really, you're joking? I wish I had sold my gold to say, well, yeah, well, I had that before and I did sell it. Now I got this whole new one, next model up. It's a lot better. And I'm not going to be selling that. No. Ah, well. Looks like this poor old lizard. Poor old lizard's got to go along all by himself again. Sitting there with a partner, hit by humanity's way for many weeks, nudging it. It's very sad to see. Like I said, they mate for life. Very sad. Yeah, gold prices are up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gold prices, well, gold price is going to be up because of the oil prices. But gold's good. It's a good business to get in if you find the pockets. I know where the pockets are. It's just that actually you need money and time to fucking be able to do it. To get there in the first place. To try and get that payoff. Or you're just going to only go in a little bit and do a bit of picking and find nothing at all, really. You need money and time. And as a single father, I fucking got a limited amount of either. And that's it. Single dad. And you support someone. You're being truthful. You're being honest. You're being kind. You've done it for free. No, I was actual beneficial because I'm a ghost. I'm the one moderator you can go and try and find on the internet anything about and find fuck all. But what I put up on the YouTube and what I might have on my TikTok, which is the same thing. Because I usually use TikTok because it's a better bloody platform to edit edit shit. You can make longer films on there. You can't do that on YouTube the way I do things. So I use either app, to manufacture my stuff. Why not? I pay for all these apps if they're on these platforms. They're going to also provide them for you. And they're supposed to set it up that you're allowed to interact both content across many different platforms. They used to have a thing there that you couldn't do that. That interfered. It wouldn't upload. That changed, and those laws changed and changed again. They're always changing, but they're always trying to get a bite back out of each other because it's all about money. Otherwise, how are they able to pay you money if it wasn't? Good people get the raw end of the stick, yes, all the time. The raw end. The fucking rough end with no lubrication. Oh shit, if that went up here, fucking, it did bleed out. It cut you right up, that one. That's very sharp. It's not very nice, and I wouldn't use that anyway. Terrible way to hurt somebody. Terrible way. But people do that nonetheless. Ah, well, like I said, the ship's gone out to sea. Can't see nothing. She's gone. Oh, this is a cool one. can't get done for this. I can't get done for this. You know why? Because this country, it doesn't even exist anymore. That made this. What's that say? It says, backwards it says USSR. You know? United Socialist Soviet Republic. Russia, before it became Russia. Before Ukraine was Ukraine. It was part of the USSR. Was it not? Where Chernobyl happened? Under the USSR. Not under Russia. Under communism. Yes. So they don't even make that shit no more. Because that country doesn't exist no more. And USSR, United Socialist Soviet Republic, is no different than the United States of America. Because there are a bunch of states that formed an alliance as a federal government. And just then over in the communist one, they just forced them a bit more. But I guarantee if you tried to secularize every state away from any of the federal part of America and your shit, they'll just invade that for real. You wouldn't fucking be worried about that. What ICE does is, that'll be a fucking walk in the breeze. What they'll actually do to you. You tried to annex your fucking self from that country, from that little federation you got going there, won't happen. You forget that one. That's the army's there to keep you in, not to fucking protect you. Keep you in line. Have a look at the Constitution. Defense. Well, if it's for defense, why are you going overseas attacking? That's not defending anything. That's attacking. Nothing in your Constitution that says that. It says defense. We are allowed to maintain this army for defense. So when you attack someone, that's not defense. That's attack. It's like the Australian. Australian can only have a defense force if it classes itself as that. Australian Defence Force, ADF. It's for defence only, never for attack. But they attack nonetheless. Okay? Have a look how shit's worded. Have a look how shit's done. You've got that army as a defence for your country if it starts playing up. Not for any country invaded in. Because over in America, you've got your Second Amendment right that allows you to bury guns. If you get invaded, it's not the army that's going to stop them. It's going to be you with your fucking Second Amendment able to bury guns that can stop the King of England coming back and reclaiming his land by the rule of sale. Right? That's a fact. Can't help that. That's the truth. Do the research. Get a bit of knowledge. Understand some things. I'm sick of people getting treated badly for, well, that's it. But you've got to look at it sometimes. Some of these people that get treated, you've got to look at it, Nick. I'm not going to mention anyone because they kind of all do it a little, right? They carry on about stuff happening to them, but yet they'll still go back and watch that to antagonize them and making it worse. So if it bothers you, why do you watch? Why do you let it bother you? I can understand from some people's point of views because they got a bit of shit going on with them at the moment. And people fucking keep on talking at it, and I get actually upset about that. Because when I care about someone, I actually care about them. Physical well-being, what's being put into their fucking head, all kinds of shit. When you care about someone, and you know that they're a good person, they fucking make you happy by being fun. And I don't get much fun nowadays. I don't play those games, no time for that shit, that's it. But, some do. What do you get that? You get that, it's the same as Jack. That happened all the time. I've seen that over fucking so many times. People that are regular people, that they might like, but the things they say are triggering. I know some words that would trigger her straight off the fucking bat. That's why I refuse to use them. That's why when I see anyone in the chat comes up with that, I just go, oh, she's going to go off now. And sure enough, yeah, it happens. There's a few triggering words there. But that's what happens when you suffer from PTSD. But we're there for fucking 19 hours. Siege. Tremendous amounts of cunts coming and coming and coming, saying, trying to set her off. So, you know what I mean? Why the fucking go through all that for free, for moon I really don't fucking know, halfway around the fucking world, you know, and I haven't asked for any money. Gotta be some reason. Maybe it's because if people want to hate for no reason, well, what about if someone wants to love for no reason? This is the right thing to do. See, love is not sex. Get that out of your fucking head. I love my children, but I don't fuck them. You got that? Make any sense to you? I love me mother, but I don't go to sleep with her at fucking night. So get the fucking love and the sex right out of each other's fucking way. Because sex ain't love. Sex is sex. If anything, is lust. Has to be love involved, maybe. If you want to have sex with somebody, usually a lot of it isn't. A lot of it's just because they like it as a pleasure thing. Make money from it. Lay on the back and fucking have a chain going. But love is not sex. Sex is not love. Why do we confuse this? Sex is not love. You love your family, but you don't lie to bed with them. There's words for that. Crimes are called that. We know that to be wrong. But it's still love. So love is not associated with sex. Might lead to it, but it's not sex. People say making love. Well, kind of. Maybe you get pregnant. Maybe you're married. Maybe you're passionate. You can consider it that. But that's still the act. It's not love. It's sex. Love, what led to it? Love is you be tender and nice and receptive. And they be receptive to your needs and wants. Like my personal belief. The ladies always has to come first. If you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to be greedy. I last the 3 to 7 minutes and lay there with a smile while she's thinking, right, next time, cunt, I got a headache. One thing I never had with Kel was to say that she had a headache until she actually got truly sick with the cancer. But that was a different story. You treat a woman nicely, you'll be surprised what doors are open for you. You treat them like shit, and she's going to have a headache all the time and have you like a fucking yo-yo. Because you are a yo-yo. No? You're convinced, you're mixing up the fact that, yeah, you're supposed to love that person, but they don't love you because they don't have sex with you no more. Right? So what are you going to do? Because that's the best fucking golden vagina that you ever had around, you're going to keep whinging and carry on for that and punch the shit out of them because they don't want to go your way? And who knows what else happens in those relationship situations? Because that's how it happens. A real man would learn to think, well, that's the way you want to think. Nothing I can do about that. Time to fly. See you later. And when they fucking find out 2 weeks down the track and that money's not coming in, that security that man provider's not coming in, if they think they found something better, well, they'll realize what they're missing. They'll become whinging. And what's the bloke do? Because all he's thinking of is his dick. Not thinking about love. Thinking about his dick. He got her on her knees now. Oh, well, what are you going to do for me? You want to take me back? You know what I'm saying? Now the fucking shoe's on my foot. Same vice versa. When a man goes around begging for the women, she look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him, girls. Look at I got this cunt like a dog. Now bark. Here's your fucking Scooby snack. But now I'm going to give you nothing. See, you give me that money, and I might think about, oh, now I got the money. Sorry, fucking zips itself up, and you get kicked out, and you try to carry on about it. They ring the police and get locked up, fucking with a VRO. Or vice versa, because women are like that too. You see women over there, blokes trying to get away. So what are you doing? Smash. She smashes the window. She's hanging on. I'm not letting you go because you're sleeping with another woman. He said, but we've been apart for 3 fucking years. And you were sleeping with someone else, the reason why we've split up. No. Because they can't have it. That he's having a fucking better life without her fucking bullshit. They can't have it. Well, that's you. That's your fault. That's the rule, the path you chose. Same as Jag, same as that. They chose that path. That's it. Can't help it. They popped their lolly bag. They fucked the dice off. So over there somewhere on a 3. Huh? They were going to do this when I was with Golden. That's a fact. Tight-lipped, didn't want to talk to me much. Still being spied on the same way I'm being spied on now. When there's no faith. I haven't worked out for 16 months again, done nothing. You're not going to do anything. Shit. No faith in somebody. Oh, you get that. It's all about the hype, the clicks, the licks. Clicks, hype, money. I, haven't really seen too much in any ways of convictions happening. I mean, yes, he did get convicted, but nowhere fucking near what he should have got. Fuck, you can do 4 years standing on your head. Maybe for a billionaire, it's a bit harder because he's away from his money, right? But for me, 4 years, really? You do that standing on your fucking head, doing head spin the whole time. 4 years, nothing. 4 years ago past. How long has already gone past? How many years? He's probably been nearly accredited for 2. Work that one out. Right? You're going to end up serving 3 years all up out of that 4-year sentence that he got given. And then what? What did you actually really do? Nothing. Didn't stop him going to be what he's going to be. He didn't become fucking unalive for how cool he is being. God knows what type of debauchery stuff has gone on there, where kids have had to be unalive. Part of their process. Well, all those tapes of all those celebrities were not from those Diddy parties and were not all from his house. They were from other white parties as well. They set the whole fucking thing up. These white parties weren't always held at Diddy's house. They're held at other places as well. So people who have been to white parties, they just might not have been to Diddy's house. So when they say, I haven't been to Diddy's house, well, they're right there. But no one says they haven't been to a white party at another venue. You fucking get that in your head? Oh, they got the white party, but he's not the only place. He's one of the venues. He just happened to chuck him on a bit more because that's what he liked. He was part of setting every cunt up. They had fucking cameras everywhere. That's how they set all these fucks up. That's how they got fucking further and further into they're supposed to be this lyrical genius and they can't heard none of their music. When was the last time they released the album without they getting a Grammy? How can your kids get a Grammy and they haven't even fucking sung? You're getting drilled into your head how much of a fucking farce and a bullshit game this really is? He's a fucking super fucking evil cunt. Done all those things. They slip him off. They got all that evidence, all that baby, all these so-called people lined up, row after row after row, with all this information on him. And what's he get? 4 pox a year. A slap on the wrist. A fucking giggle of a sentence. Epstein, what? Well, they had to slip him off. Because Epstein was a fuckwit. And he would have opened his mouth. Because he was one of those type of dickheads that he thought he was fucking, he thought it'd be right to tell you what he does to people. He likes that sort of thing. You have a look at his interviews that I have with him. You have a look at the ones that exist. Have a look how he talks. Same way as Bill Clinton. They don't give a fuck what you're asking them. They want to flirt right there on the spot. Talk dribble shit. You know, he don't care. He would have quite easily said, yeah, I was with that one. We planned that on that. He would have liked that. That's why they had to silence him, because he had a factor that he couldn't shut his fucking mouth if he ever got on the screen. So they shut him up, saying he's still alive. No, that a woman that helped him, she ain't in fucking jail. She went around in Canada because she's still part of the circle. Because, you know, they say, oh, if she was still part of it, how come she only got $10 million? Because she's part that was watching that cunt. Part make sure he doesn't fucking go on a rogue, fucking, you know, he wouldn't have got on the bloody fucking Joe Rogan show anyway. Joe Rogan said, no, fuck you. But a show like that, and exposed every cunt because that's the way he was. The brain wasn't clicked. He knew how to generate money and ideas and fucking eat kids, make beef jerky out of them and shit like that. But he didn't know fucking how to shut his mouth. So they kept the fucking minder on him. And that was his minder. You understand? She's fucking being inserted there by the fucking people he was working for. Because he didn't make his checks. Someone paid him to do what he was doing. He was just a center point. So he's gone, but she isn't. She's roaming around. Look at the bigger picture. Can't be fucking in that industry and walk away from it and still not be a part of it. No matter how far you think you've ran. They'll always have something to draw you back in. Because you're always going to be a part of it. Being in that industry, you've been in a cesspool. You're covered in stinky shit. Wherever you go, you're going to take it with you. Eventually, someone's going to discover that and smell it. Some people are lucky enough to be quite clean. And shit bounces off them that they try to push on it because it's lies. But some days, well, one day, they'll have to come clean too. Because like I said, a lot of tapes, there'll be a lot of things on those tapes, a lot of charges, a lot of people should be in trouble. But they're not, like that Epstein list. That says it all when your government itself turns around and says, well, we've got a list here of all the bad things that the senators do in a sexual manner, and we've got a special slush fund that shuts people up. Should we have a vote on whether we should expose that information to the public or keep it secret? Well, unanimous vote right across the Senate in America, keep it a secret. So they can allow to do whatever they want, diplomatic immunity, rape, kill, butcher, do whatever they please. They got a slush fund there to shut everyone up. They don't have to tell you what they're fucking doing. And that's the people that run your country. You ever expect them to give you a true, full Epstein list at all? You ever really think that they're going to truly convict Diddy that was feeding them those pizzas? As the product after they finish fucking them in the parties? Sick. You know, sick. If I really had a chance in that interview with Jaguar, I would confront her with some very triggering questions. And she won't say nothing. She might get a bit angry. But a look in her eye would tell me everything I need to know. That's usually how I search an answer. I just look at your eyes. I ask you a very elaborate question sometimes, but it hits home. When it hits home, I can see that glint in the eye. So all I need to see, I know exactly what I've already wanted to know. Oh, so I am right to ask that question. I was right in that theory. Right in the theories about a lot of people. Like Danny. And in a robot is a production. They use someone as the forefront, but it's not the brain. That's not what's feeding it. TMZ runs that. That's a TMZ station. That's why the information is pretty much on par with that. So, and 82 titties basically openly admitted, because I was even on Maggie's chat when we were talking about it. She said, but Michael, what do you mean he needs another chance? He said he's in the school of villainy. The villainy, you know, they don't care as long as they make a click and a lick for a buck. They don't care who they fucking hurt, who they destroy, what they say, or what they dream up of. As long as they're making a click and a lick. School of villainy. Just fucking go back and have a look. Well, you can't because they actually got rid of Maggie's channel. And she's back again. And after my channel, gee, wonder why. Wonder why they won't let me get monetized and they don't ban my channel. I'm supposed to be this wild, woman-hating, axe fucking threatening bastard. Cool man that they have to go look for other men to come and deal with me. Ooh, I'm very scared. Fuck off. I know how far to go and how far not to go. And if I go too far, well, I'm sure Nick says, well, Mike, that sword you give me, I'm going to poke it right up your fucking bum. Yeah, well, and I get the point. And that's the whole reason why I gave you that. Because if I do, because who knows? I'm like everyone. Rant and rave and go on. Go overboard. Go too overboard, get told, hey, back up. Everyone needs someone like that. Even the Archangel Michael himself. No, I am a weapon. Kind of only a weapon is really only designed to fucking hurt. Or maybe too good of a weapon. Maybe, just maybe, I was, why I'm there present in that chat, enough trolls come to get the click and lick factor up. They work that out on other platforms, that happens. The truth is, they didn't like Vampy. Let's boil it down to the real truth. Didn't like Vampy, didn't like it that I went into their chat at the same time that they was in the chat. Because you're being watched like a fucking hawk. But they don't trust you, got no real faith in you. No faith in anything. Don't have your faith in me, or Jesus, or God. Fuck. Oh, shit happens. So, moving right along, flap the wings, rusted off. I got my own little boat over here, Spartans rowing along in our Trevi. A little Spartan fleet of 5 ships. So we got enough. We'll just fucking row on. Gonna be a bit harder, but we'll get there. Oh, that's just the way that is. And I'll just keep promoting who I have to promote. Simple as that. That's their bad luck, not mine. Golden chose the same path. What Jag did was no kind of different. Don't need me for the bloody clicks and licks anyways. I know, I'm not going to be any type of threat to that. But she needed me to deal with those trolls. And that's what I was doing over there, finding out more about these enemies. Because they're a common enemy. It's not like this one's my friend, you can do that. But that doesn't work online. We don't want to fucking help each other no matter what. It's like Trump when he says, oh, water's good for you, and I can't drink water anymore because I don't like Trump. Ridiculous. What a world. I thought I lived a hell of a life. Maybe it's just hell around me, and I've got a life in it. Well, yep, shit happens. That's it. Shit happens, yes. This is like the old Predator says, shit happens. Shit happens. That's the thing about that Predator. My old man, because just being a father and being an Australian dad too, when we seen that Predator thing and he opens up, he just fucking lost the plot, right? And before he said anything, Mum says, oh, don't be ridiculous. He said, oh, you think it's one too, do you? Like a big set of flaps open and I'm fucking talking there. I'm like, oh. You're one ugly motherfucker. Who come up with that fucking idea? You look at the making of that movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to be in the Predator movie. He originally had a different costume. The costume that he was wearing was more of a thing with big teeth, like it was a Predator that eats you and that. And they had Van Damme playing the part. But there was some sort of argument about pay. Because Van Damme is, well, even though he's a big great actor, he wasn't going to get paid his normal wage for being an actor. So there was, and when you got management involved, Van Damme would have done it. There would have been a whole different Predator than the cunt you see now. That's a fact. Because Van Damme, they wanted that scene where, he's doing the split legs in between the trees, like the Predator, and they're right above him and come down and kill some cunt. But, that's actually been filmed. They did do that. He's in the suit, they do it. Very hard to find. You'll find that they actually have a picture of him in the suit when they was going to originally make it. But, like I said, they fell out with his contract with his manager and that. They didn't want to pay enough because he's such a big star. Even though no cunt's going to see him because he's in a costume. So they went another round about it. And you get the Predator you see it today. Original one never had those dreadlock things. Original one never had any of that shit. Totally different creature. Totally different creature. Reckon it would work too. Pretty scary. The way Van Damme was doing some of those stunts and that, the way he could do things, well, made that look like a fucking frightening Predator. But they went another way. Yeah, spun out. I spun out about that too. Van Damme, okay. It's like, Van Damme. Someone kidnapped his daughter and killed her, raped her, don't you? And he said this is when he went off fucking the movies for a little while. Because it's his fame that brought them to it. That's how he believed. So that's happened to him. That's happened to his daughter, right? Kidnapped, raped, killed. And he said, you want to see justice? Put me in the cell with this man for 5 minutes. I show you justice. And how the fuck he would kick the shit right out of that poor cunt. He'd kick the shit right out of him. He'd give that bloke justice. But that's actually happened to Van Damme. Always being a celebrity. So to say that things that don't happen to celebrities is in their mind, is quite untrue. Quite untrue. It's like the judge. We used to have a judge up here. I don't have him no more. He's retired long time ago. His name was McIntyre. They used to call him the old hanging judge, right? Because he was a young judge. And they were still doing that, Nick. And he actually sentenced a few to be hung in Fremantle. That's why they called him hanging judge, old McIntyre. No, his daughter was killed by a drunk driver. So any poor cunt that went up against him that was drunk driving, that they got the full penalty. No, they never had a chance. Drunk driver, eh? And all he'd be thinking about how his daughter got killed by one. Not a good thing when you come up in front of a judge like that. See, judges are supposed to judge on the evidence that's weighed before them. They don't really do that no more. They have due process, which is kind of communist. Right? It's not really the way law should be running. But that's the way it's done. You can't help that. They got the guns. You have to do as we say, no matter what. Whether you find there's a flaw in the system and we're not doing the right thing, we want to do it that way, so you've got to accept it. Why? Because we're the government. We've got the judiciary in the bag. We've got the army, police. And what do you got? Nothing. You're going to get locked up. It's like technically we don't have, Nick, we don't have that fucking right to freedom of speech. Australia can enact that on this YouTube, and we will not be allowed to say anything unless it's fucking scripted. Technically, we fought 2 wars so we could stand on the soapbox in the domain and be able to give our peace. But after that Constitution, there's nothing that says you're allowed to do that. In fact, it says quite the opposite. It says if we got up on a soapbox and started talking out against the government of the day, they can lock you up. And the only rules that ever been made since then, and they pushed a lot of them in during this COVID, with the woke movement, is they've managed to make those laws even more powerful than they were ever before. So if you ever dare speak out against what the narrative of the government says, you're instantly locked up, you're instantly seen as a bad person. And it's led us to this. I call someone a cow, but you get sued and get jailed for 6 months because you misgenderized them because they are a Jersey cow and not just a cow. You see how stupid it is? But that's the reality we live in. It's like, I hate to say it, but one of the real main things, there's pedophiles and chomos out there regardless. There's one way they're trying to get in to try and make it acceptable, because we know it's not acceptable, right? And they're using that transgender movement to insert themselves. Not everyone. Not everyone. There are people that are really trying to be something that they want to be. And I know, we're sorry that they have to be that way, but that's the way that's going to be. One day they'll get there. One day we'll have the technology for that, and I'll be happy for everybody. But you've got people, evil minds in every single sector trying to infiltrate. And that's one of the areas where they're trying to infiltrate, because with the LGBT community, it's what you are. Right? So you've got your own category. So people might think, well, back in the day that was shunned on because that's a bit fucking strange, a bit queer, if you understand. But, you got that anyway. And that's accepted. Whereas, say, 50 years ago, it wasn't. In a sense. They're putting us in sanitariums or putting you in sanitariums and giving you electric shock treatment. It's all different now. We've become more tolerant, more understanding, realized a few things. That's kind of wrong. But they're using that movement. There's nothing I can say about that. They really are. Because once they're accepted, there'll be a P on the end of that community, LGBTQ. They want a P on it, heterosexual. Once you got that, that's commonplace. Sold your future out. You take your kids and have a relationship with that child. It's already in America. Why do you have NAMBLA? North American Man-Boy Love Association. It really exists. It's a real thing. I don't think children want to have sex. That's what we say, Nick. We say that. If me and you were underworld, it wouldn't never fucking happen. We ain't going to be here forever. And the next generation that's coming up doesn't think like us. Why don't they think like us? Unfortunately, because the woke is in there. Like I said, I go take it to a school if I was allowed to film it. You'd be shocked. They're allowed to push the woke message to the boy. Say, look, boy, you're allowed to be a girl. This way, sexually oriented, that's okay. And say vice versa to the girl. But until they're 13, you go in there and talk to those kids anything about heterosexuality, you're deemed a monster. And those kids are being desensitized at a young age. Whether anyone likes to fucking believe it or not, that is exactly what is happening. So when they get to voting age, we're too old to fucking day to care about what the fuck we have to say. Right? And when we go, there ain't going to be that education level to think that's not okay to touch kids. That when they was approached at such a young age, instead of 13 like they used to, when they hit high school, where you can work out your sexuality. They're not letting the kids be kids. They indoctrinate them to be a sexual being before they have a chance to understand what their sexual being is. Because no one is born that way. We're not born anyway. We're born a free will thinking unit. People cannot come out of the womb swinging the cane, already knowing where they fucking stand in life, when you don't even know how to crawl. And that's what you're trying to say. You've got to learn to fucking crawl before you even get this concept that you even got a private part. It's only when you start walking that you work out you got that. So none of us come out the womb walking. None of us. So we don't come out to anything. We learn that as we go along in the environment we are. And that's just the way that is. And it's acceptable. And I accept it. I know, that's all right. But people have got to get the science behind it right. No one's born anyway. So when I'm asked that question, how did you know when you was heterosexual? Well, when I was a little bit older, I guess, when I found girls attractive. To me, I didn't really think about it. I thought about being a kid, playing football, eating a meat pie, going and fucking having fun on the Atari, Girls had germs. No. Oh, you got boy germs, right? Kiss chase you around the school when you get a bit older. And when you get to high school, you start noticing a few things. Few things happen to yourself. You work yourself out. You're not allowing that no more. If you don't allow that and not take that eye of the beholder approach to our life, you're going to have this heterosexual become a reality. Might not be in our lifetime, but it will happen because that's the way it's already heading. And the thing is, they're not going to be educated after we're gone, Nick, to stop it. This next generation is coming in charge. They're almost there now to be in charge. They don't stop that. They'll let that roll right along. Because they're too stupid to fucking know. It's hard. They're not just using that movement. But that's one way, that's a ticket that they can insert themselves as a permanent thing. The only way you can do that is you've got to desensitize everyone to it. Now, we can't desensitize the parents, as Satan's worked out, because the parents are wise to that. Well, at least some are. Some are quite sick. Some will sell you off, like Lauren speaks, mother. Will sell you off. Okay? So it happens. And that's a fact. Yes, well, I just think that we believe, no, we need to let the kids be kids. They'll work themselves out, open up a lot of parameters, and that kids start thinking more of that way as they're younger. So there is a place where they can go and work it out and get help and get to go through that process and understand it. If anything they should be doing in the school is they should be educating kids about tolerance. That every kid, even though they might be a boy and a girl, might not be that way. A lot of people are different. They teach people about people are different, not tell them how to be different and tell them to change to be different. When you can't even teach them the norm, that's indoctrination. That's evil at play right there in our children. Next generation that are going to make the laws and make the decisions. Like I said, you desensitize them young ones, when they get the voting age, here comes the pedosexual. Because to them, that'll be something that's normal because they got taught that as young ones themselves. Made them start fancying other young ones when they were still young. And them young ones that get fancied, that young ones that grow older. But they don't lose that fanciness for the young ones, how they were taught. When you go to high school, you start being attracted to people because you're becoming of age, starting to get a body that can actually physically start to make children or inseminate people to make children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all raise. That's the thing. We all do this, but we don't control everything. We don't control the subliminal messages that are coming in. We don't control every single aspect or every single family. We can keep our own families safe. But then again, are we? According to the law, we're neglecting them. Our law over here would have it that the kids are children, the kids are kings over their parents. Okay? If that kid doesn't want to eat that home-cooked meal and it wants to eat McDonald's, if you do not supply it with that McDonald's meal, you'll be the one that's done for neglect. That's how silly it is. Because that's the way the laws are. Because you're not allowed to raise your hand and smack the child. Because we see that as wrong. But usually, it fucking worked. Happened to us, Nick. Didn't we drop a crack on the bum? Smack around the ears if you fucking misbehave? Yeah, crack. That'll sort you out. The age of consent is yes, that's it. But when you take that fucking thought pattern about consent out of it, and you make it a law, there is no consent of what age, then what have you got? Heterosexual. Not going to happen overnight, but they're starting, they're doing it. It's endemic. Ask yourself, why are they allowed to teach those kids at such a young age when they don't even really have a concept of sex? That it's all right for a boy to be a girl and it's all right for a girl to be a boy, But they don't teach them it's the right to be fucking normal too. That's not allowed. That's fucking abuse then. That's a monster. Oh, you're teaching them heterosexuality. Pretty fucking evil. I worked out what it was. Everyone I know worked out what it was. Didn't they be told what that fucking was? No. They end up with the partners they with, whether they're the same sex or not. I know. People worked it out. We work ourselves out. That's the whole idea of going to high school. That's the whole fun and fair of high school. Trying to work out where you're going to go, what you're going to do, what you're going to be. You start taking that and putting it into kids and they can't even be kids. You're going to fucking indoctrinate them to be desensitized to that fucking fact that it's not okay to fucking touch kids. Because they're indoctrinated at such a young age as sexual thinking into that field. So to them, if they start being sexual thinkers and they get them to start being attracted to the 8-year-old that they're with there and they're in fucking 10 years old, and they're attracted to that, and that attraction's going to follow them right through to when they grow up to be an older person. They're not going to fucking see the badness in making a child available to have a partnership with. We know it's wrong. We know it's dead wrong. But if you indoctrinate people the way they're doing, they won't. 2 generations from now, they'll vote that in. Mark my words. And if you don't follow Daniel, he tells you that's the new way and the number of the beast, you'll be ostracized. Like this YouTube, like everywhere else. No one wants to be left alone. Regardless. Right? So get ready for it. I'm just trying to warn you. I'm trying to say I'm trying to pick. Not picking on anyone. I'm just saying that those fucking dirty bastards are using that avenue to make it a reality and an acceptable thing. And at the moment, that's the only avenue that's available to them, unless they get a whole bunch of fucking cybernetic fucking child rapers and invade us and take over by force and line up all your kids, kill all the parents, and then they can have their way with them. That's what they want in their world. And they'll do any which way to achieve it. Right? You know? And that's what makes it. I've happy asked, why does she get such a bad? Because that's what's happening. And she's going to be put in that fucking category, and she's nothing like that. Like a good person. And that's what I'm also afraid of, because there's a lot of good people that are doing the right thing and not quite seeing these fucks using their movement to slip in. Vampy doesn't go in the toilet and take pictures of little girls playing with herself in the toilet, does she? So why is these fucking so-called real cunts that don't even look like a woman, because they're taking the drugs, put a bit of lipstick on a dress, that they're allowed to go in there and do that? And so I'm allowed it in here because I'm a trans woman. You don't tell me it's not happening, because it fucking does every day. So they infiltrate me. They're going to give poor Vampy a bad name. They're actually trying to be a real one. And not just trying to insert themselves because they're a sick sexual fucking twisted cunt. Come on, you have to be able to see it. That's not the one movement. There's fucking tons of them out there. You got the whole Epstein list. You got everyone, Diddy, they're all doing it. Everyone's doing it. But it's totally illegal if they get found out. Now, if they go through that trans movement, they can make it legal. You not see. One avenue that's open to them, unless they get all senators in there and voted as such. That's open to them. And they're going to use it. And I'm just trying to warn. You want me to protect the community? The community's got to listen to me. Those fuckers are infiltrating you guys. They're going to use your community as it. If anyone wants to rise up, they'll rise up against the whole community, and you poor buggers are going to cop it for something these sick cunts are trying to use your name for. You've got to be able to see that. You know I'm fucking not wrong when I say that. Those ones that go into those female toilets, they're supposed to be a woman, if they'll take out a fucking camera or their phone, take photos of the little girl and that in there, and play with their dick. While they're sitting there making out the squat to piss. Then all of a sudden they go, no, I'm allowed to be in here because I'm a woman. No, there's real ones and there's infiltrators. Learn to pick the difference. Because if you accept them because they say that they're trans, oh, you're only picking on them because they're trans. Does vampy act like that? Or is that the wrong way to act? Because they're trans. No, you're only picking on them because they're trans. No, because the cunt was taking dirty pictures and playing with himself. His dick. So he's infiltrating that to be able to get in to do that, to do his sick shit. What his real agenda is, it's got fuck all to do with transistor. It's got to do with getting hold of those kids. And you know what happens. I'm not lying, I'm not making it up. I'm not trying to be angry at anyone or pick out someone except these fucking chomos that keep infiltrating. There's 2 chomos in this area. Every time I see them, I lock the fucking brakes up and I'm out the car and I'm on them. They piss off up the road. Very quickly. They're lucky I can't run. But I want to punch the piss out of them because I know what they've done to an 11-year-old girl. Both of them, different occasions. You know? When they're allowed to walk around the street, they know I know. They know as soon as they see me, they turn the other way and get the fuck out of there. Because I'll expose them what they are. They're brought out in the open and expose them what they are. People right there at that time will give them the shits and attack them. But the moment that they go and cry to the police, oh, he said this about me, you get locked up like you're a terrorist, like you're a bad cunt. Because the government will come in and protect these rights. So we have to put you in a safe house now. We know you like touching children. You just spent 20 years in jail for it, even though we reduced that down to 3. Right, now we're going to let you out. We're going to place you near a daycare centre on one side of your house and the school across the road. We'll give you a fucking camera, he'll give you a roll of film, give you a computer, set you all up for that there, even give you a different name if you want to really be like that, and we'll insert you right there so you keep doing it. Ask yourself, in the morning, when you go and take the kids to school, what the fuck's that old cunt doing walking around with his dog? Why does he have to particularly pick that time? You know why, don't you? Because he's an old tomo. Now, he might not be a practicing one, but he's still a dirty perv. Ask yourself, why at that particular time? Or when they're coming home from school, you're that old man walking the park with your dog. Come pat my dog, children. Come into my gingerbread house, children. Oh, there's lots of chocolates in here. You know? Oh, well. This is the Archangel Michael. That was Chloe Roma. Now you make me feel sad, and I thought I was already a sad person. Oh, for fuck's sake. That cunt's got fucking more money than all of us put together. But it's having like this, got one of those celebrity things happening. Where their little issue is far worse than the calamity of the world. Crazy. I got problems. Okay. You earn $60,000 a month. I don't think you should have many problems. I wouldn't. Fucking no way. If I earned $60,000 a month, fucking no, that's a year's wage in a fucking month. That's too lovely. People whinge about when they go out and you got the man earning $200,000 a year and the woman earns $180,000 a year. So, oh, we're struggling. We're struggling, me and George. Me and George, we only pull in $490,000 between us. We're struggling to survive. What? Really? Struggling. Okay. But that's the mentality of some people. Yet the people down the road are pulling in $40,000 a year. They're still surviving. It's like them. Yeah, well, that's the shit. I can't understand it too. It'd be nice to have fucking that much money. You wouldn't hear me whinging about I'm struggling. Struggling with the bags of money I got to fucking drag in the house. That's what I'm struggling with. You know what I'm saying? Struggling. When you hear a woman speak like that, and you're at a party, and they just like to put themselves in the next class, it really annoys me. Or a man speaks like that, it really fucking annoys me. Oh, fuck me, you self-fucking empowered cunt. And not even a pretty cunt either. Crazy. Hey, we in this much here and fucking yes. We're struggling. You're struggling with that 5-bedroom mansion you got up in the hills with the 5-acre property, the 3 cars, the fucking muscle car fucking project. You know, everything inside the house is immaculate. Everything's brand new. TV the size of your fucking, you know, the wall in each room. But they're struggling. Struggling. Like I said, struggling to carry the bags of money around. Yep, sick there, well. Yeah. Well, so I guess I'll find out eventually. Well, it's demodded. I haven't had that. Like I said, I just don't have the heart to go and see whether that's happened on Arnie Lee's channel or Eldell's channel. Because if I think of Jags drop me, then those two would definitely do the same. Exactly like Maggie did to me. Now, I would have thought I would have been owed a little bit more respect than that. After 16 months of free support, I would have been owed a little bit more of a reason. Or even given a trial. No, convicted and sentenced with no trial. Funny, that person would want a trial if I ever put it up. Especially what I know. Because it really will be one. Because you'll be dealing with Michael the Archangel himself. But I'm here to judge all humanity. Maybe they woke up to that fact and they shit their pants. Who knows? Who knows? But I was planting seeds. Sometimes you have to give people a little bit of information before you find out a lot. That's the secret of the game. It is a game that people seem to be playing. Well, they like to think it is. To me, it's reality. Playing with people's lives, people's emotions, their mental capabilities, you know, and their rights to try and get a message out to the world, whatever that message may be, as long as it's not an evil one. If it's an evil one, you're allowed to get it out to the world, but if it's a good one, you're not. So, they get that church one, they get that out to the world. What is that telling you? Is it a good message or a bad one? But the bad ones control the messages. Remember that. Well, this is the Archangel Michael. Yeah, well, I tried to be a good egg, but everyone always put me on the rotten one. Oh, he's a rotten egg, that cunt. Oh, he's going to betray us. Oh, he should be here. Right? He just tapped a couple of trolls out for you, and now he's popped up the old chat, but we're watching him, and he said something in Vampy's chat. Oh, he shouldn't be doing that. We know that you don't like her. No, they let the golden one slip. They probably was going to do it back then when I was golden moderator. That's the way the thinking pattern is. Could have a side. Can't grasp the concept. Fucking trying to fucking, you know, support all. All got a common goal. You all like fucking fighting against each other. Because I don't like that cunt. I don't like it because it's got a dick. But I'm bisexual and I'll lick something with a vagina. Ironic. I was banting on about that straight away. It was Nick that said, oh, well, you can't be that way, Michael. You can't be that way. Jag's bisexual. And that made me, that fucking, you know what? That pulled me straight up. Well, that's true. I can't really support this woman if I'm going to carry on like that and she's like that. So I've been on the Nick's side ever since then. And that was because of Jag. Now we've got this. The same type of thing. No. What do I know? I'm only Michael the Archangel. What the fuck do I know? I only carry death in my pocket. I only got a receipt to go and chase a big fucking drag. And one day I'm going to bring that footage and I'm going to actually be naive on method. All this will mean nothing. It's like fucking home and Bart on the way to go to the bloody fucking monorail. You go dragon. That's all you care about. Once I bring that on the scene, none of your fucking shit's gonna matter. It's a whole different game. As you know, they've been lying to you all this time, and maybe all those other stories about the dragons around the world are quite real. Most of them are. Well, this is the Archangel Michael signing off for now. Because I'm tired and I want to drink. Relax. I've been on for 2 hours. And I don't think I've hurt anyone. I got a big list of Fluffy's angels here. I have to go back through. Maybe even one or two more have joined up where I haven't missed. Yeah, good night. I'm not going to quite go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. Oh, I've got some little bit of marijuana I'm going to have, and I've got half a glass of drink. But that's about it. Ah, well. The honeymoon is over, baby. Never going to be that way again. 16 fucking months, and then it's screwed up and just treated like a fucking dead bird. That's a slap in the face. Anyone else would have said, oh, I'm going to be furious, I'm going to attack, I'm going to destroy it, I'm going to be a magic and a D, and I'm going to make every single bit of my content about that cunt. Even though I only knew it for 20 minutes. I knew it longer than both of them put together. Threefold. Shouldn't I be pissed? Shouldn't I be pissed? Yes. But I'm also realistic. I'm also Michael the Archangel. Also keep my promises. We'll see what eventuates. We'll see. But at the moment, that doesn't stop me creating Fluffy's Angels. Doesn't stop me from supporting Nick. Doesn't stop me supporting Vampy. You know, as simple as that. Now I'm going to be a bit more easier in Vampy's chat. There's no reason to be so aggressive. I don't moderate for that team anymore. They wanted to be a team. They want to be like that. They don't want me to moderate them. What am I supposed to do? I'll just edge off that one. They don't want that. I don't want to get in trouble where you can now when you support someone. I didn't want you to support me. I'm going to sue you. That's how ridiculous it is. Ah, well. It all come out in the wash in the end. You think, gee, that queer cunt on YouTube with a mask really was the Archangel Michael after all. Alright, signing off. You got integrity too, Nick. That's the thing. That's why when you asked me to do those things, I mean, look, you said, go over and check Vampy's chat out. You want to be going to check Ralph out. So I did. And what happened? Vampy made me a moderator. Why? Because I treat her nicely, like she wants to be treated. I don't go on there asking to eat parts of her body like some of the trolls do. You know, so it's not like she doesn't have guys that don't like her. There's plenty of those. It's the ones that like her that can't come over to grips with themselves. The ones that will play with themselves and tolerate at pictures of her, but they'll be online calling her every name under the sun because they don't like what they just did. Their own indiscretion in their own self. Like Ralph. He's a gigolo. Work it out. He got a wife. He fucking got golden on the slip. Giving her 10,000 fucking subscriber TikTok account so she can make money. Won't give his wife that. He'll keep her at the back in a slave out there in the caravans. Right? Cooking and cleaning. He got that one there, and now he's fucking jerking himself over Vampy in the toilet. Oh, fuck, he got it all happening, that guy. Probably got caught out. What's these pictures of Vampy you got on your phone? You've been playing with yourself. You better stop that. So he started going off of Vampy because he got caught out. Guarantee you put the fucker on a lie detector test and you say, shit, Archangel Michael's right again. He really was jerking himself off over pictures of Vampy. And he didn't like it, so he can't argue with himself, can't look at himself in the mirror and say he's a fuckhead because he just enjoyed that. So he's going to go off with the person that made him do it, which in his mind he believed did. Why? Because they look more attractive than the pig he's humping. Sorry, You don't like the truth? You want fucking fanfare? You want hype? I'll just tell you the truth. You don't fucking like it. Tough tits. It's a fact. Fucking cunt likes fucking no one. If you don't like someone that's like that there, you don't troll them like that. You stay right the fuck away from them because you don't like it and you're disgusted by it. But if you're going to go and attack someone and carry on about, well, obviously you've got something going on yourself that you're at battle with. I usually find out is what I'm telling you. They're actually full on attracted to them. They want to do things to them. They can't come out in the open out their closet mind. Tell everyone that's what's happening. Because they want to be perceived as a man. No? Can't fucking fool this man. I know what's going on in that cunt's head. See it plain as a bell. But he wouldn't be there carrying on at all. Truth. Might not like it. Might think that's no. The truth. People don't like someone. If you really don't like someone, you don't follow them, you don't troll them, you don't even acknowledge them, you don't watch them, you have nothing to do with them. The fact that you're trolling and fucking everything like that there is you having a problem inside yourself. Something's going on there that you're not telling anybody. Are you attracted to her? You sure is. You don't know how to fucking combat that, so you're going to go off at her and call her everything and run it down. Because somehow it's deceived your brain that you're more attracted to that than your pig missus at the back. You got screws around that fucking back there. While you're trying to fucking bed some other cunt. Giving her 10,000 fucking view TikTok accounts. Have a look at him. You can't work that one out. That's all about, he's all about putting his doodle in something, that one. He's not about helping no cunt. He's about being a fucking leader of a harem. Have his own little fucking commune. You're the subject to Lord Ralph as your landlord. Work out what's going on there. You've got all these Nazi emblems and all that there, and he's got 2 women on the go, and seems very strange. Very strange indeed. But we're just going to let that slide. That's okay to appear on like that. To womanize like that. To slobber over a woman like that. To the one that was fucking carrying about old Mick, which was a dirty old cunt, which we found out in the end. The way he carried on was way overboard. But for her to do that, and that after all that debacle, so how much of a bullshit was that debacle? Or it could have been solved in 5 minutes, like I said on Maggie's chat, by a couple of apologies. You know? Simple as that. You've got to take it way too far. I thought we learnt that on your chat. You brought Golden to face me, and I faced her. Didn't expect me to own it. Didn't expect me to actually say, well, I'm sorry. No, but I wouldn't react in such a way if, no, and people can't say, but I didn't do it, I didn't. Yes, you fucking did. You deliberately went out for all my shorts, Golden, when that first eventuated, before I even said anything with your name in it. You went through all my shorts, until you found one with my children in it, and you made a nasty comment. And that nasty comment wasn't such a nasty comment as to say, oh yes, people always value things like their children. So we know what that was insinuating. Why would you go through 300 of my shorts to get to the one where I got my kids on and make a comment there, which is 3 months older than before I even met that person? So, if you don't tell me I wasn't provoked, then obviously you're blind. But don't do that. That's why I made that short with her being the witch at the front of her gingerbread house. You want me to find that old one? I think I took that down out of respect when we started liking each other. And I can't help that when you put us on your chat, Nick, and she wants to go off at me, and I would have my piece. We kind of look at each other and say, well, I'd rather do something else to this person than fight them, if you know what I mean. You want to see the emails? Yeah. That's why nothing's coming from there. Because it did the same thing it did to Ralph. The same. They tried. And fuck all. They were their support. Wanted money. That never happened. That never happened. Fluffy, no, well, Fluffy, that's why I've made the Fluffy's angels. Because most of these places I go, there's Fluffy. Everyone respects Fluffy. Now, we all know that if something happened to Fluffy, a lot of us online are going to fucking line together to find out what happened. Whether we support each other or not. We might even start chewing each other out. Know what I'm saying? Especially if that thing happens online. It just happens to be in a certain chat. And people just take nastiness to it for some reason. But she's Grandma Fluffy. She's everywhere. No? She's loved by all. And we was more like that. Well, there'll be none of this bullshit on YouTube that we got. But oh well. Shit happens. Shit happens. Moving right along. Moving right along. Like Fuzzy Bear and Kermit the Frog. Moving right along. Or like Kermit the Frog and old Ralph Mouth. Old Ralph and the bloody the piano player, Ralph the dog. You can't live with him, you can't live without him. But there's something irresistibly about him. Just goes. You can't live with him, you can't live without him. Fucking classic. But it makes you wonder, being a kids orientated show, why don't have such an adult song in it? Strange as that is. Enjoyed it as a kid, but as an adult, can see the subliminal message. Cue frogs. Maybe I should be that type of angel. Cue frogs. Anyone gonna come against me, take me at my rent way, I'm gonna kill you like frogs. And you know, I likes it when they run. Want me to be that type of angel? I likes it when they run. It gets the heart pumping, par. Can we go get ourselves young? They run pretty fast. We get them before they get to the range. Yeah, the hills have eyes. Yeah, I likes it when they run. You don't know who I am, but I know you. Oh, but it's like that now. You don't know who I am. I'm an avatar that's just got a name, and I'm going to call you every name. And then when you go and look at the channel, they're fucking a 14-year-old Roadbox player. Oh, well, really? Fuck off. What are you even doing online? Oh, crazy. But that's it. That's it. They think they can do that. You can't get me. Imagine you can't get me. I'm up in Canada. Who's going to come up here? And then they fuck their channel right off. They go to it. Yeah, they can get you right. Enough persistence and that, they'll get you. It's all it is about persistence. You can't fucking do it. I'm impervious, yes. I'm built to fucking iron. You can't get him, get to me. What a bullshit. You get any cunt. That cunt on you, that other YouTuber that you unalive those two YouTubers, he proved you can do that. So people want to start easing up with the bullshit online. Because all you're going to do is end up getting hurt one day. Ask yourself, with all those people, the way they carry on, why do you think Maggie doesn't go walking around the street? Why do you think you only ever see Maggie in her fucking house? Because there's that much of a shit stir that if she walked down the road, they want to punch her fucking head in if they see it. So it's not only just online, it's in the fucking local community she's been a shit stirrer. Listen to what she said. When I was at school, I seen the pretty girls. I went and picked on them. But them pretty girls are grown up now. And they'll bash the shit right out of Maggie. I understand why she locks herself up in that house. Because she's created that many fucking enemies she can't show it out in public. And come across as always a nice one and all of that there. That's probably always an act. Because it's very, 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 very quick when it turned against Jaguar. And that turned against Jaguar. Not got thrown out like I did. Right? She turned against Jaguar because it's better for her money ways. And she said straight up, I've been working with Atwood from day one. And see, because she got a few checks off Atwood, she's always going to flap about him. whether in a bad or a good way. Because she wants to get back into the good books with him, really, because he pays well. That's as simple as that. She enjoyed a few checks from him, and he cut her off because the shit wasn't worth fuck all to him. He used her, thank you. Oh, that shit went sour. We didn't milk Jag for as much as we wanted. That's your fault, Maggie. I'll fucking deny all responsibility to that one. That's why Rodden carries on so much about Magic. Because Magic's exposing their scam, see? That's why they say, oh, you fucking stupid bitch. Because she's exposing it, now they're never going to let her back into the fucking checks. You see the game that they're playing? That's the game that they're fucking playing. So you want to go and trust that fucking satanic little cunt Ron? They're right the fuck ahead. I don't think he's just because his accent and where he comes from should be a part of the play. You got to look at that cunt walking around with green satanic fucking coats on, satanic fucking symbols in the background, carting the baby. And the green in satanic fucking world is for fertility for when they're going to fucking sacrifice the cunt. And then you got a whole bunch of blokes sitting on a fucking chat. That's a bloke that's a renowned fucking ex-fucking drug lord, and how he's got a channel I never know, right? They're sitting there talking how it would be so great for all these men to rush to change this baby of Ron's. Yeah, I'd love to change it, but what fucking outright man that's ever changed a shitty nappy wants to go and run to change a fucking another one? None man that fucking actually deals with kids the proper way. Sick men do. Twisted fucks do. Because they want to see that kid naked rolling around in his own shit. Sick cunts. Like that. Sick cunts like, oh yes, it would be fantastic to go and change a baby. Yeah. What are you usually doing when you're with a fucking woman? You're arguing the fuck who's going to change that kid because the cunt stinks. You know? Or you'd be like some of these mob. They let the kid run around for 3 days with a fucking nappy hanging down. Because they're too lazy to fucking change the stinking kid. What man in their right goes fucking running all across the paddock to go and change a fucking child? Men on that channel do. You want to follow that shit? You're a bunch of fucking pedophiles. Bunch of ex-drug lords. He has people on there. The same bloke that was going to try and unalive him because he was stepping in on his fucking business. Oh, yes, I remember when I was going to unalive you, yeah. And I put that whole village that you was getting to print your fucking drugs for, I put the whole village in acid. You remember that? Oh, that was great. Oh. Never mind all the people that work for Atwood got put through acid. So you want to follow that cunt? How many people's lives do these drugs ruin? Thousands! And you want to follow that cunt? You think he's good? You got a fucking witch with a constant seance. You got a man that's a Celtic believer in Satan. Satan is not the cunt to be believing. He's the bad guy. Do you understand that one? You just know that Satan is the bad guy. So having your symbols and all that shit, even Roma with a fucking A on a gas. Right, big anarchy fucking A. Who you fucking promoting? Not promoting nothing good, so don't come with your fucking God like Jesus bullshit to me when you're a fucking full Satanist, you cunt. Sorry. Jag asked us to go and fucking watch that Atwood mob. The moment I rocked up to Atwood mob, that's the first thing I seen. Symbolization. All pure evil. And you wanted me to follow that? No, I couldn't. Couldn't do it. Went there twice more to try and fucking see if I could, just get the benefit of doubt. No. They're fucking evil, twisted, and they're fucking... Not anyone should be watching any of them. Right? And that's a fact. You work out what you're fucking doing there with yourself. Fucking Atwood. Atwood's a fucking criminal. Never be allowed back on the fucking thing with all the drugs, all the shit. And you know what? It was the same shit that Jay-Z was pushing in the same fucking town. So guess who was his fucking buddy rolling it? Guess who fucking pays him to fucking spy on Jag and get Maggie to turn her back? Right? You working out the fucking picture? Diddy rings up from fucking jail, says, Atwood, take all your shit off your fucking channel with me on it, or I'm going to sue you. And what does he do? Took every bit of single shit of Diddy's down. Cowed down to the beast. So if he wasn't part of the fucking mix, why did he even do it? Because every other cunt said, fuck you, you sit there and jail and rot. You can't do nothing to me. You're you're a felon. But no, you work out what the fuck's going on. He ain't good. He ain't even good to fucking use him to wipe your ass, Mr. Atwood. You're going to let him ruin your lives now with bullshit. With lies. He ruined so many lives with that fucking drug ecstasy he was pushing. Ecstasy. Sexual. No? Sick cunt. Demon. Devil. Witch. Satan worshipper. Bold fucking drug lord. Acid in fucking whole village. Because I was going to unalive you and couldn't get you. The ones that built the tablets for you. Look at the bigger picture. America told him to fuck off and never come back because you're an evil drug lord. You want to follow that? You want to fucking believe that? You want to try and push that Atwood crap at me? I can expose a lot of other people that are doing so-called telling the truth. Tell you all about their little history. And nothing they can do to counteract it. But I won't. So that'll be mean, cruel. You spent 16 months looking after those people. When you knew all this along, you knew what I knew, put two together what I know. You know the same eyes have seen what all those sort of old, cool, evil eyes have seen. Otherwise, how'd I be able to talk about it to begin with? Shame that. I could see it, but no one else could. I was there for a reason. Try and hope I could change that. But, obviously, it doesn't want the soul to be saved. It wants to make a whole new contract. Shame. A shame. A shame. It's the way they did it. No different than Deadbird. And that is the biggest insult of all. But to show you I am the better person, I am the good person, I am a good man, the Archangel Michael that you read about, even if he is a concept, is someone to stand up and become what you read. Then, well, as in Sparta we say, may you live forever. Much I can do about that, standing here at the fucking hot gates. If you're going to have some cunt fucking open up the goat trail for you, well, there's not much you're going to do except fight for the last breath until you're all gone. Until you're all gone. We'll see. We'll see. All right? Ramble off. People might say, oh, he said something bad, never said anything. Never said I was going to do anything. There's no point to that. I don't see the reason that's just kind of fucking detrimental to me. Like I said, that's like building a house. And because you don't agree with the way you put the shelf in, you're going to smash the whole fucking house. Fuck that. I'm not going to waste my time. I'll just treat it. If it wants to treat me like Deadbird, then I'll treat it like Deadbird. Like she treated Deadbird. And didn't even acknowledge her. No matter what was said. People will work out themselves. This guy, he's took here. He went through all this shit, all that abuse, all those trolls, all that time. Never once faltered, really. Become so annoying at it that fucking even people start to get annoyed at it. And then she gets him, chucks him away, and there's not even a reason. A lot of people will be happy about that. Oh, we don't have to listen to him no more. A lot of people put two and two together, but still won't react to it. Because they don't have enough God in them. Not enough God in them. Make them a God piece. Turn away. Because someone did something to someone that's real righteous and treat so wrong. Or they right themselves. So Archangel Michael, signing off for now. I will catch up with you